Good day everyone, this is Scott from Cruising Geek, and today I am going to be using this 3D printer to custom make a bracket for my Lamborghini. So the bracket that I'm going to be developing today is for this Good to Go pass. Now for those of you who don't know, this Good to Go pass is the tolling system here in Washington State. So this thing gets affixed up to the windshield of the car, and then when the car goes through the toll, it just automatically charges because this is linked to an account. Like when you get one of these, you set up an account with it. Well, how they want this to actually get installed in the car, as I just alluded to, is with this bracket, which allows, this snaps on and off the bracket, which is good, but the bracket itself is supposed to just Velcro with sticky back Velcro tape up onto the windshield, which works okay, but you can see here it is installed into my other car, and it just kind of looks chunky with the Velcro on the windshield and such. And plus, now with this one, since this was already in my Audi, it's not sticky anymore, so I'd have to get new Velcro. So to avoid all those issues, I'm going to develop a bracket which allows this to attach right to the base of my rear view mirror in my Lamborghini. In Fusion 360, the first thing I did was to create a shape for the clip, which will clip around the mirror, and extrude that out. Then I needed to design a flat area which would act as a base for one side of the holder. Then I could just extend out a simple rectangle and tabs, and you will see that here. And so with this is where the pass will sit. Now, upon examining it, I decided it would be better to extrude out the entire bottom to make it flush, which I did. And this will make it slightly more visible, but will be more stable and easier to print. Finally, I had to do some work with the securing mechanism where the holes would go. So I drew the position for the holes, drilled it all the way through, made a recess so the screw would be recessed in, and then on the other side made the shape for the nut so that will be recessed in as well. And that way only one Allen key is required to screw it onto the mirror. And with that, you can see the shape is done and ready to be printed. So let's go put this on the print bed and get it printed out. So here is revision A of the bracket, my first attempt after designing it. And you can see we've already got a pretty good start here. It's going to attach like this, and this will attach around the base of the rearview mirror. Now you can see the prints kind of failed here. That's why that angles up. This should be flat here, but that angles up. That's just because it didn't adhere quite well to the bed. So my next version I print of this, I will print with some brim or something that helps it stick to the bed. No problems there. If you don't understand that terminology, don't worry. Basically it just means I'm going to make it stick to the bed better so it'll be flat. And then you can also see I need a slight redesign because this is still a little loose. And so because of that, I think what I need to do is design a little clippy thing on one or both sides of this so that it actually snaps in, because you can see on the edge of this it actually recesses here. So friction fit doesn't really work too well. Second part, but before we do that, let's also test to make sure that this base actually fits on the mirror. So let's go into the car. So let's see how it snaps on there. Hopefully that doesn't mess up too badly. With the mirror bracket fitting, we can now design and print revision B. So this is revision A, which has already been printed. So now we just need to decrease the size of this, which I've already done, just by 0.1 millimeter, just to make it slightly tighter. And then still, we're going to design a little hook here. So let me put this into view so you can you can see the sketch actually. So there's the little sketch, and then when I extruded it, you can see now there's the hook. So if I zoom in here, so you can see better, you can see that's a little hook, and this will actually clip on the edge of the pass. Just here we have revision B of the bracket, and I printed this one correctly, so you can see now it's very flat on the bottom, and the place where the nut went is not distorted, so that was able to fit in, and I confirmed that's correct. So this is really good. This will all screw together now with my M3 bolt and nut here. And this now has the addition of the little clip here, but you can see there's actually a little notch. And now this actually snaps in here, so it's very tight. But that's pretty much it. And that is it. It's tightened down and completely installed and completely clipped in. And so it is ready to use on the tolling system. I hope everyone enjoyed seeing this 3D printer in action, in use for something as practical as a bracket to be used in something as awesome as my Lamborghini. And if you enjoyed seeing this type of application for my Lamborghini, definitely make sure to subscribe and hit notify, because I'll be doing more 3D printing and electronics tech projects for use in my Lamborghini. That's it for today. Thanks everyone for joining me, and I will see you next time.